founder and CEO of Horizon Productions in Research Triangle Park, North Carolina, Donna Mitchell is a pioneer. Her journey began in the early 1980s, when, after a career setback, she took a chance and established a multimedia company in an industry typically dominated by males. Today, with more than a dozen employees, Horizon is on the cutting edge of traditional and emerging media, and it does business with some of North Carolina's and the world's largest businesses. In this segment of the Interview Women in Technology series, this Greensboro native talks about her early career preparation, the opportunities for women in North Carolina, her days as a Girl Scout, and why women make such good movie producers.
Early on, I thought I was either going to be a doctor or a film director, and so I kind of migrated to the whole film director thing, and I think part of that was because I wasn't as strong in math and science. I think it's also important at that age to try things. I mean, at that age you're required to take certain classes, but just give it your best and see if you like chemistry, or if you like math, or if you like biology, or if you really are drawn more toward doing photography. When I was in school, there wasn't this type of pressure to make. I mean, kids are making 4.6 grade averages. I mean, we never had that, but I still think that it's important to have fun, to get to know what you like to do, but to be serious about your studies. I don't think people realize at that age, sometimes you don't realize that the choices that you're making, even at the 6th grade level, are going to be with you when you decide to go off to college, because the skill set that you're learning in those grades it's the same skill set that you'll take when you go off to college, and you have no supervision, and you have to now plan what you're going to take. One thing that people don't know about Horizon Productions is that it started because I lost my job. I was working in the cable industry, but what had happened was the people that I had brought in as clients came to me and said, "We really don't want to work with anybody else. We want to work with you. Why don't you start your own company?" So I started Horizon because I lost my job. And I think the one thing that I would say is that there may be disappointments in your life, but don't let those disappointments cause you not to be successful. Sometimes you learn from those disappointments, and sometimes those disappointments are the stepping stone to you to get somewhere else in your life. And that was certainly true for me. My typical day is never typical, and probably this is the problem for every entrepreneur, is that once you build a company, sometimes it's got you as opposed to you have it. I mean, some days I come in with my list and I never get to touch my list of what I'm going to do because there are certain things that happen. And it's really funny because sometimes I'll go home at the end of the day and I'll think, okay, it's too quiet and the phone hasn't rung and there's not 12 people standing at my door. And you do relax, but you kind of get used to that, you know, dealing with what's going on. It's an immediate business. We're in communications, so it may be that we get a phone call from a corporate group saying that their CEO needs to record something right now because there are going to be layoffs and they want to put it up on their internet. Or it may be that there's some breaking story that we're getting a call from out of town that we need to send a crew right away. So we're not a news station, but we sometimes have to respond like a news station would to our corporate clients that need us right away. So it's different every day. I was in a meeting one time that had a lot of men in the meeting. In fact, I was the only woman, and I was brought in to present on cable TV advertising, which was a division of Horizon. And this group brought me in because they were interested in putting together their own channel and doing their own local insertion of commercials. And after I got finished speaking, the president of this organization, and these were all men that were presidents of their corporations, turned to me and said, "We really enjoyed your talk today. We understand now why they let you be president." And I remember thinking, okay, that would never have come out of his mouth if I had been another man. But because I was not only probably 25 years old, 25 or 26 years old, I was a woman. I think because we look at the emotional appeal, most of the videos that I see that are produced by women really have that emotional line and sensitivity that sometimes you don't see in a production that is produced by a man. So I really think that we know how to make our subjects very comfortable when we're videotaping and profiling them, and that really, the camera picks that up and it really transcends to the whole story. We're really good storytellers. You got to think that we have that storytelling gene just because we're start out as sort of the mommies, and you have to know how to multitask, and you have to know how to tell that little story when you need to tell that little story to the little one. Even though I don't have kids, I still have that ability to be able to tell a story. And that's what we do in video. We tell stories. The Girl Scouts was a great opportunity for me to try different things and to work as a team, and also to go on those great camping outings and to learn to build things together as a team on those outings. So I got to spend nights out underneath the stars. I got to cook over a campfire, s'mores. I still love those. I mean, it's just some of your greatest times are those times when you can go and have fun as a team. I just love Girl Scouts. I thought it was an amazing opportunity to be not only collaborate with other girls, but to learn so many different things. You know, I wasn't a great cook, but you know, there's the cooking badge, and I was awful at sewing. So I mean, right away I was eliminating those careers that I knew I'd never be good at, and started looking at other careers. And today I know that Girl Scouts has a lot of technology careers. We have actually been asked in the past to come into the Girl Scout camp and teach video, and we've done that before. I think the first thing you have to do for yourself is you have to be a good student, you have to get the good grades, you have to get a really good balance of academics with activities. So then you're kind of building your portfolio so that you are a good candidate for getting into the bigger universities. If that's where you want to go, then you need to start early figuring out what is my path and how do I build this resume, a school resume, if you will. And then once you have that, you are more marketable to the universities or the colleges that you would like to go. I mean, many kids think, gee, I want to go to this school, but they don't think about, I've got to have the grades. And there are times in our lives where we all have them, where for me it was 8th grade where I decided I was going to be a little bit rebellious. But fortunately for me, I snapped back into it and realized that I needed to have the grades to continue to get where I wanted to go.